Hey, got a craft like him. Good evening, got a craft like him. How's everybody this evening? I hope your Sunday was a beautiful one. It was a beautiful day. Uh-huh. Yep. It's Kim hanging in there tonight. Yep. About 2 minutes early. But we're going to get started here. I just wanted to start off. Hey, come on in. I just wanted to come on in and say hello. And I'm going to finish that wreath that I posted yesterday or day before yesterday. Not the blue and orange one. I did get the mesh in, and I might try to come in on Tuesday since tomorrow's a holiday and finish it up with you guys. But this is what I did today. I'm always doing something. Isn't that pretty? I'm so excited. And I only put, if you can see the green, let me come on in. You don't need to see me anymore. I'm going to bring you on down. A little closer. You can see the rest of my mess. I tried to straighten up a little bit today as well. I don't know if you can see the little pieces of green mesh I put in. Can you see it over there? Here, I put 4 pieces in. Here, just a little highlight that'll show through. And that's why I used the green center. Orange would have been too mono, so I just decided to use the green. And I don't know if let me know if you like the butterfly in there. I found a little butterfly. Excuse me, I have a whole stack of them over here. But I'm loving it. This is the Bubba petal. I'm going to show you how it's done with the wreath I'm doing tonight. The wreath I'm finishing tonight. Okay? So, this is 23 inches. And it's only 2 rows. I added a couple extra pieces under the green. And it's on a metal frame or wired frame. I didn't cover it yet because I do want to get some orange felt. The white was, I didn't like the white, so I'm going to get about a ½ a yard or less of orange. Just enough to cover this in the back. But that's what it looks like in the back. There's a video in the group of how I attach the mesh as well. Alright, so let me put that to the side. I cut that mesh last night. It's 40 pieces of orange because it's only 2 rows. Alright, so you find this other. This is what I'm going to finish with you guys tonight. We go out a little bit more. This little message comes up on my, hey Pat, comes up on my screen. It always say action needed, but what can I say? So I am using a Unique in the Creek round board. Let me see if I have one without the mesh on it. That's what it looks like. Just a plain round board, and it has 3 holes. Alright. Now, Unique in the Creek boards are really simple to use. I use them a lot, but I also use my wire frames for different things. And I was watching Miss Laurie, who's the owner of Unique in the Creek, do this wreath, but she did it in metallic. So I did have some metallic, but it wasn't that color. But I thought this would look just as pretty for fall. Alright, so it's really easy to do. I'm going to do the show you how to do the Bubba petal, which Miss Laurie actually came up with. But I preloaded the board, and I'm going to show you. I have 2 more here to show you. And all it really is 6-inch zip ties. I use 6-inch all the time. And they don't necessarily have to be 18 pounds. A lot of people recommend 18 pounds. But I just get 6-inch zip ties. And if it happens to be 18 pounds in the description, I'll get it. Alright? So all it is we're going to put the zip tie. And it's two pieces of mesh on each row. It looks a lot more, doesn't it? But it's only 2, and we're only using the 2 outside. So I'm going to do here so you can see it vividly. So we're just going to go up and preload on the outside. That one. And then we're just going to share that first hole. That's all we're going to do. And shearing holes is just putting another zip tie in the same hole as one zip tie and going to the next. Oh, that came out. Let's see if we can do this better. So I'm just going to put it right back in the same hole and come up in this hole. Or go down since it's upside down. My fault, y'all. And that's what we're doing here. Can you see it? That's it. And we're putting 2 pieces of mesh with the Bubba petal. So I'm going to do the next 2. It's only 1 left. Let me try to do it upside down. So it's on the outside. Remember, you have to make sure that flat portion of your zip tie is facing the ceiling in order for it to connect properly. Alright. So I'm going to go down and down, and that's my other shared hole. Okay, flip it back over. And this is Deco Mesh that I'm using. It's regular Deco Mesh, and I tried to wood burn it, but they have these beige fibers, or I can't, kind of like this material, and the wood burning tool wouldn't cut through it like it does regular mesh. So I had to cut with the rotary cutter, and they're cut at 10 inches. Alright, and you can't cut mesh on your glass board. It will not cut right, so you have to cut it on your mat. Alright, so let me get this. I have 4 pieces of mesh to show you the Bubba petal. I love this petal. It really makes an outstanding wreath. Alright, this is the mesh, and it's shedding or getting loose, but we can cut those off. And a lot of times the edges with this petal, you don't see it as much. And this is a 10 by 10 piece. Alright, and it starts off just like most of the petals that is done for your flowers. So my factory edges are left and right, and we're going to put it in a triangle, and it's curl up, and we're just going to start with the peak at the top and bring it down to the bottom. And it's kind of important that the tips of your petals are together. So what you can do for that is put a clip on it. And I'm going to do that. My 2 little baby clips I have here. I like to kind of put them on the side so I can see them when I fold it over if they're even. Alright, and the bottom doesn't matter because we get ready to fold that up out the way. And if you see me do a petal, any petal, I have always a tendency to play with the mesh a little bit to try to crease it and spread it out some. Alright, so now we're going to take the 2 peaks of the triangle at the bottom, and we're going to bring it 3/4 of the way up and leave about 1 inch from the top. And I'm still holding it down, and I'm always still folding, alright, or creasing. So if you can see that, then I'm going to turn it to the left. I'm going to take the top portion, and I'm still holding it down in the middle where the peak is, and that's going to be my half. So when you flip the petal, the bottom one over, it should be pretty even if you hold it down in the middle. So now we're going to flip it over, and even if it's not, you can walk it up a little bit and kind of hold it down. And then we're going to take the 2 peaks to the left, and here I go. It's like I'm ironing it. It's flat, right? Yep. And so now we're going to scrunch it at the bottom 3 times. So it's 1 to the middle, another one, bring it to the middle, and another one, and then you have your peak. You're going to hold it, and we're going to put a rubber band on it. Pre-make your petals all the time. It's so much easier to pre-make them, and then all you have to do is add them to the board. That's if they don't pop. I think I pull on them too hard, and because they're so fine. Alright, and this is another thing I always do. On top of that rubber band, I push it down to make that part kind of flat, so the rest of the flower will flatten out. Oh, excuse me. And that's your Bubba petal. That's what it looks like. Alright, we're going to do it again. Throw it in the box with the rest of them. So how was everybody's day? Hope you had a great day. So again, factory edges left and right first. Curl up. That means the direction that the mesh goes naturally. There are some petals. There's another method that you do with the petal, with the face, with the curl down. I'm going to do a 12-inch, maybe later on this week, that we do. It's called a pancake, and we're going to do a wreath. Okay, so it's curl up, factory edges left and right. I always turn to the right to make my triangle. So now it's a triangle. We're going to take the top, and it's really important that your factory edges are facing the same way when you're putting your petals on your wreath, because if I did it from the bottom to the top, it would be opposite of what I already did. So you want to always try to maintain the same way that you do each petal, so it can all be uniform. So top peak down to the bottom peak. And sometimes if it's a perfect 10 cut, you see how I slid that straight over? It's like I'm ironing it. That's just something I do. If it's a perfect 10 cut, you will not have to put those clips on there. This was a good 10 cut. Every cut that you do is not going to be perfect. Alright? So this was a good one, because you see the edges are all meeting up. Alright? So then you're going to take the bottom and bring it 3/4 of the way up. and leave about an inch at the top. See if I can come in just a hair more. There we go. Like, I can't really see the whole petal because of this thing that keeps popping up. There we go. All right. Now I'm going to put my middle finger, whatever your strongest finger is, at the peak of that, and I'm going to turn it. And then I'm going to take the bottom and just flip it kind of like over to the left side, and make sure your peaks are kind of even. And then I'm going to iron. I'm going to call it ironing. I'm going to... Alright, and then we're going to try the 3. Sometimes you do 4. Alright, but you want to make sure that knot is in the middle. So it's 1. I'm holding it down. 2. And I'm going to bring that other one in. Alright. Oh yeah, it's a pretty color. Yes. Yes, yes. Yep, and then I'm going to do my 3 little ties, and then I'm going to smash my little rubber band down. That's just what I do, because for me it's easier, and it makes the petal a little flatter for me. Yep. Alright, I'm going to do one more demo, and then I'm going to do the other one, and so we can finish this wreath. So it's curl up, factory edges left and right, triangle. Top peak meets the bottom one. And if you can see, I kind of go to that top where it's folded at and smooth it out. And I'm kind of pulling it as well to see if those corners are going to meet. Same thing on that side. Don't worry about the fray. I'm going to take care of that. So this one I am going to clip. The clipping kind of helps the peak stay. That last one I did not have to. This one I didn't really have to really, but I'm going to since I did that other side. Alright. So I'm going to iron some more. Take that bottom peak 3/4 of the way up. Turn it to the left, the folded side. Grab that bottom petal and flip it over. I just left my hand out the way so you can see what I did. So now I'm just going to make sure my peaks are matching as close as possible. I'm ironing some more, and I'm just going to turn it to the left. And then I'm going to scrunch it 3 times. Excuse me. Thanks. I don't know. You know what, Allison? I've had nails, except for during the pandemic, and so I've had nails for about, I know, a good 25 years. So the 2 years of the pandemic, I didn't go to the nail, of course, because everything was closed. But right after everything started opening back up, I started back. So yeah, I've been wearing nails for years. Well, I'm only 30. I'm cutting off some of these little frays. Alright. Then we're going to finish this wreath. Alright. Allison, wait till you see that wreath I just did. Oh, wow. Yeah, see? You kind of, you know, you have to glamour yourself sometimes. Right? Yeah, and I've been going to the same person I know for about 18 years. I've been going to this particular nailery, I know, 25 years. And this is only the second person I've had there that does my nails. So they stay pretty long. Yup. So I don't know if I said I do not own the rights to the music, if you can hear it. I did turn Alexa down, so I'm smashing it down. All right, and that's your Bubba. All right, let's get this refinished. Pretty, huh? I'm trying to see where I should start. Let's start back over here. And all I'm going to do is put 2 and continue going around. Yup. And for me, it didn't matter. So, but I'm going to do the outside and then do the inside one. Nothing's going to go in the center. I'm just going to do a hanger, a bow hanger. So I did kind of, let me come out some. I think that was, when I put it under that middle one, that second one, I kind of angle it a little bit, but it's still the same length as the one that's beside it. And I'm clipping them as I go along. You don't want them to get in the way. Yep. So, who's barbecuing tomorrow? You know, every holiday I always get on people about lighting up their grill on their front porches, and a covered front porch. I mean, it's open, but it's covered. You know, has a ceiling on it. That bothers me, really. It's a fire hazard, and it has happened years ago on my block. Someone was grilling on a porch, and a couple houses caught on fire. Crazy, right? So I'm really adamant about that every holiday, posting off. So luckily, nobody was injured, but it was just a couple. A couple's a plenty, right? Yep. So this is really pretty. I might do a green one or something for Christmas. But this is really pretty. I really love the way this is done. And I thought it would be a great idea for fall, since I had the mesh. Yep. So I'm just going to put a hanging bow on it. Don't have to. Nope. It is very, Allison, really. I think it's very selfish. And besides, we have backyards and porches. If I grill, I pull my grill out from under the deck and barbecue outside. It's crazy. Yep. So I didn't see any invites to a barbecue in the comments yet. I'm teasing y'all. I really don't think this needs anything but a bow. You don't even have to put a hanging bow. You can hang this just as is. Yep. And of course, this placement. I always talk about placing your petals. You have to place your petals. I'm cutting some of these frays off. Okay. As we go along. But after you finish, like I said, that inner flower, petal, I'm angling it so it can be more so in the center. Let me see if you can see. Let me cut this off so see if you can see how I angled it. The first one I put in straight, but that second one, can you see how I angled it a little bit? You see it's on an angle instead of straight up and down? Yeah. That way I have more petal in the center. So it's 16 rows. 16. So it's 32 petals. Because it's 2 per. Now if it was 3, I think it would have completely covered and you'll have just a little hole in the middle. But yeah, so that first, when I came on first, I showed you that other one. I cut those, that's poly burlap. And I cut those petals last night before I went to bed. And I laid them under, I have a wooden board over on my table so they could flatten out some. So they were laid overnight, and then when I came in, I went out a little earlier. When I came back in, I folded the petals, and I just got stuck down here. So I finished the wreath. Yeah. I posted a little preview of it in the group, but I don't think I posted the finished one, because you know I like to take my pictures in the sunlight. I don't know why. I guess it's just a reflection. Sunshine makes them look pretty to me. I try to get out there when it's like right at the bottom of the wreath. So I have one more, guys. I don't know why I always end up with extra petals. I think I did it because, oh, I know why, because I cut 3 more so I could do the demo. Yep, 1 more. So yeah, I think later on this week I'll do a pancake on a wired frame. Yep. With some bows. Look, guys. Let me go back out. Look at that. I hate that this keeps coming up. Let me see if I can see it here. Oh yeah. Really pretty. Oh my. Look at that, is so pretty. Just some more placement. I see something right here, you know, that I can pull and place, you know, some petals, spread them out a little bit. But what you think? Oh yeah, isn't that gorgeous? I'm always on the wrong side. I keep forgetting it's backwards. But yeah. I love this. I'm gonna do another one. I'm gonna do one for Christmas. Probably in a week or so, a couple of weeks. But I really, really love this. What you think, guys? Thanks, Allison. Yeah, just cutting some frays. It doesn't matter how you hang this either. You can hang it. I'm looking for my top, which is here. I did make a kind of hanging bow for it. It would be here. So I'm gonna, what y'all think? I'm not gonna hang it on the wreath. It's like on a hanger. It's gonna be hanging from. So here's the hole, and it's going to be hanging from there like that with some little, yeah, I think I might put that on. And after I hang it out back for on the door for some pictures, we'll see how if I like it or not. If not, we'll take it off, because you don't really have to have anything. Yep. So let me get a zip tie. And see if I can't put this on that hanger. So I'm going to have to go up. So it's a double kind of hang, because this won't hang. It'll hang it lopsided when you go straight in. So what you have to do is get another one. Don't close it all the way, and go this way with it. And then you can close it up. Just make sure it's even and the right way. Flat part to the ceiling. Alright, cut that off. The boards do have a hanging hole. If you can see, it's different. It's one by itself. Alright, so I'm going to take this piece and secure it that way. There we go. And then I'm going to add a little bit of glue to kind of hold it down. This glue gets hot, hot, hot. I have enough burns to prove it. You know, you just burn yourself and keep on moving, just like you're cooking. And this piece goes on your door, on the hanger. So I am going to, excuse me, and my little tails for this piece, they're just going to go like over to the side a little bit. And it's going to hang. Yep. So it'll be, I gotta roll this up, y'all, and then pull it back out from the center, because it's not as curly as this one. That's how you do your curl. And you go to the center and you just pull it out to make it curly. Alright, and then it's just going to hang, you know, in the sunlight tomorrow. That's what we're going to do. And it's just a I'll do this bow probably when I do that pancake. I'll do a bow live, this one, which is really easy to do. But that's what it is. It's going to hang there. So let me know in the comments if you like it. I love it. I'm going to be doing another one. Yeah. And I'll post this picture tomorrow. Is it supposed to, when is it supposed to rain this week? Tomorrow or Wednesday? Y'all know it's supposed to rain, right? Well, they always say rain, but alright, I love it. I appreciate you. Thank you, Pat. And everybody have a safe holiday tomorrow. If you see your neighbor grilling on the porch, tell them Kim said she's calling the fire department. No, I'm teasing. All right, guys, I appreciate you. Have a great, great holiday tomorrow. And I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, you know, Pat, let me show you this real quick. I might see you tomorrow, huh? Oh, because you can see it tomorrow as well. But this is what I worked on today. Thank you, Pat. So you'll see that. Message me, Pat. Okay. Alrighty. Everybody have a great night. Talk to you Tuesday or Wednesday. Be safe, guys.